Hello everyone. So back for another reading. I already gave the cards a good my God. I already gave the cards a good shuffle. I'll do it a little bit more while I'm on camera. And then I think I'm just gonna kind of let the reading unfold and see what wants to come through. I wasn't getting anything specific when I was tuning in, but that may change as we pull some cards. So, let me fix this. Okay. Alright. So they're shuffled pretty good. Let's do a cut. And, alright, let's get going. I feel like it is going to be a divine feminine, divine masculine reading as far as what energies are currently affecting both parties, what they're thinking and feeling about each other at this time. And then the connecting energies as well. Let's get for the divine feminine. All right, so the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Wands, which this card in particular makes me feel like we're getting that same energy that we were getting a couple days ago with the Eight of Cups. It's this walking away from a burdensome cycle is ending, because it is a 10, and underneath that we have the Nine of Wands, which speaks to the lots of wands on the bottom of the deck, the coming to the end of a very persistent cycle that has been very tiresome for both parties. I'm getting a strong energy of moving on and feeling very tired from where both of you have been. So that's at the bottom of the deck for both. Okay, and on the masculine side we have the King of Swords, and I'm going to pull a clarifying card for that from the Rider-Waite. But the King of Swords is, this King of Swords is surrounded by nature, animals. I always get kind of a sailor vibe or a pirate vibe, somebody who's navigating their emotions and really contemplating their next move and finding clarity and looking to nature for wisdom. So perhaps spending some time alone out in nature, and just really, I also feel like there's the divine masculine is getting a lot of signs from spirit and a lot of messages from spirit as to the direction that they should be going in or the right course of action at this time. But it is coming with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So the Two of Pentacles to me speaks of this going back and forth with the divine masculine. I'm getting an unsure energy about following their heart, because this is new territory. We've been talking about this for a while. The energies are different for the Divine Masculine, and their heart chakra is opening, and they are learning to listen to their heart and allowing themselves to feel on a deeper level than they've allowed themselves before. And maybe at one point in their life they did, but they've shut down. And so now this is opening up again, and they're beginning to feel on a deeper level. And it is causing them to be in this King of Swords energy of wondering what to do about that, what direction to go in. But they are feeling, with this Ten of Wands as the overall energy, they are feeling this desire to be free of the burden of being closed off to the world and being closed off to love. And I read something the other day, a quick little quote or something. It was like, if you are closed off to love, how can you be open to life? And it is like, and it just rang so true for me, because love is everything. And it's not just like love between two people. It's love is what makes the world go round, you know, and it really is. And if you're not letting that in, life becomes very dull and just lifeless, and like you're just going through the motions. And I feel like the Divine Masculine is really tired of that, and they're looking at ways that they can let love in, and looking at their patterns as to how they have been shutting it out, and also questioning. I feel like they're beginning to question their decision to do that at this time. Learning to drink black coffee is so magical. Okay, so let me pull some clarifiers for the Divine Masculine. Tell me about this King of Swords a little bit. I am getting with this owl is very prominent in this card, and you know, he's letting his wisdom guide him, the things that he's learned. There is a maturation that's occurred with this Divine Masculine. And the Six of Cups was turned over. So I guess that's the one that we need to look at. The Six of Cups is all about, has that soulmate energy of nostalgia, of sentiment. This card in particular just speaks of romance to me, and I feel like these two are looking in each other's eyes like they've never really looked at anybody else like that before, both of them. So this is speaking about, and I feel like the Divine Masculine is recognizing that no one's ever looked at him the way that the Divine Feminine has. No one's seen him that way, and he's never looked at another woman, or you know, another masculine, man or woman, it doesn't matter, but in this card it's a man and a woman. So he's recognizing that not only has he never been seen that way as he has with his Divine Feminine, he's never looked at anyone the way he's looked at his Divine Feminine either. And this is something that he's kind of contemplating and wondering, what does that mean? And it means a lot. It means a lot. And it's causing him to go back and forth, because it is asking for this acknowledgement, this realization is asking for big change. It's calling in big change for the Divine Masculine. And I feel like a big question on their mind is, am I ready? Can I do this? Can I open my heart and let this love in? Do I even want to? Do I want to open my heart? And I feel like they do. It's just a matter of, it's a big step. It's a big step they're being asked to take. All right, so tell me more about this Two of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so with the Two of Pentacles, we get the Ace of Swords. And like I said, with the Two of Pentacles, it's all about, you know, kind of juggling between two different decisions. I feel like this is, you know, speaking about the material world and, you know, what the divine masculine is used to experiencing, is very earthly matters and surface level. And this woman is harnessing the sun or the moon, either or, and bringing them together. And I feel like he's juggling between how does he do that? Can he do that? Does he have what it takes? But this energy of clarity and truth is here. It's on the table. So to me, this says that a decision is being made, and it's one of truth. It's one of authenticity. It is one that I am feeling too, that it's like there's this decision on the divine masculine side to just do something for them. I feel like a lot of them have been living a life for other people, what looks good on paper, and they're now beginning to step into their truth and what is going to make them happy. And that leads us again into this Ace of Cups, which is all about opening their heart, to their own love for themselves. It's not just love for other people, and it's love for themselves. Like they're beginning to love themselves again. And I am getting the sense of like, I'm hearing like when they were children, they're bringing that same love that they had for life back, and they're opening up to that again. On the bottom of the deck, I just noticed the King of Swords again. So I am feeling that they are getting very, very clear on what that means for their life. And, with this Ten of Wands is the overall energy, that's stepping away from anything that isn't that. Anything that isn't that. If it's not making them happy, it's not about like, oh, this fits in with my friends, or, that this makes sense with my life, that their heart is kind of leading the way at this point. And that's coming with the Justice card. So, again, the Justice is, setting things right, balancing things out. I feel like the divine masculines have been living for a very long time for other people, society, living by expectations of their friend group and their family and their old belief systems, and now this is leading the way. This is leading the way, and it's been a long time coming. It's been, I'm just getting this like, I'm just picturing like this like big iceberg that is melting and slowly melting. It's not a quickening, but it is melting, and this light from their heart is shining through now. And it's melting all of the ice, breaking down all of the walls that they've built around it. And it feels really good. It feels really good for them. And they're following that feeling. They're following that feeling. Okay, so how's the divine feminine feeling at this time? We get the Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the High Priestess. So this Nine of Swords is a minor arcana. It's this woman who is plagued by her thoughts. It's someone who's allowing her thoughts to run away with her. It's keeping her up at night. I resonate with that energy for sure right now. And I feel like, but it isn't anything major. It's just, I feel like the divine feminine is feeling stressed at this time. And it's probably because on the surface, it doesn't appear as if anything is occurring, and there's this great love that she feels for this other person. And it seems as though it's not going anywhere. Nothing is happening. And I feel like, this reading today is the message coming through. There's a lot going on. And on some level, she can feel that. And that's what this Hanged Man and this High Priestess are coming in to say. It's like, have a new perspective. Tune into your intuition, divine feminines. You will feel the changes from your divine masculine, because you'll see them in your own life with your own masculine energies, and how your own heart is opening to love in deeper and new ways. So let's get some clarifiers for those. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. And we're getting 2 aces with the Nine of Swords. The Ace of Cups again, showing that mirroring, showing that the heart chakra is opening for both parties. And the Ace of Pentacles. And like I said, this is a long time coming for both, for all involved, of this heart chakra opening and allowing love in. It's an overfilled cup of love that it's like the Divine Feminine has so much of it that she can give it. She's ready to share it with somebody. And this Ace of Cups is like, to me, because it's coming from out there, and I feel like this is just Spirit letting you know that the Divine Masculine is going to bring this cup of love. And it's coming. It's been a long time coming. You've been waiting a long time for it, but you're going to see physical manifestations of that coming very, very soon. And you can look at that in different ways. It's not just, oh, it's a phone call, or you know, there's multiple ways that the Divine Masculine can show up in the physical. I know for me, I feel like I get a lot of messages through music from the Divine Masculine's higher self. So there's that. Although this isn't really talking about communication necessarily to me. This is more about physical manifestations of your heart chakra opening. So that can be a change in the way you think, the way that you look at the world, the way that you treat people, or the way that people are beginning to treat you. Maybe you'll notice a change, you know, when, I don't know, like it's just coming to my mind of when you go to the DMV, you know, like if your experience at the DMV has always been kind of a drudgery, and, you know, the people working there have maybe been less than excited to be at work, then you may experience a shift in that energy of, you know, friendliness and just more open. You know, things like that are things that you need to pay attention to and notice and feel thankful for, because those are physical manifestations of this divine love entering into your life. So you can get out of this Nine of Swords energy. You can move through it rather quickly if you begin to notice that this divine love that you're manifesting, it is manifesting. It's everywhere. It permeates everything. And the more that you notice it in the small things, that grows and grows and grows. And before you know it, it'll be coming through that person as well. Okay, so tell me more about this Hanged Man, which I feel like is about a new perspective on, and I feel like I'm offering that now, of this new perspective of what divine love looks like. It's not just in a relationship, even though that's, you know, maybe a really grand expression of that divine love, but it can be the relationship with your children. It can be relationships with your friends. You know, it doesn't always have to be with this one particular person, even though that's a part of it. So look for it everywhere. The more you look, the more you'll find it. Okay, but tell me a little bit more about this Hanged Man. Eight of Pentacles. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of a nod to things turning, moving. That wheel is turning again. It's movement. There's movement here. Again, we're getting it's a 10 card. So I feel like this is paired with that 10 of Wands of, you know, there's movement here despite what it may look like. And it's about taking on a new perspective. And you'll see the movement. You'll feel the movement within. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this is just saying, keep working on yourself. Keep going, Divine Feminine. I know it can be exhausting sometimes to feel like you're just constantly working on yourself, and is it ever done? And I feel like this is also speaking about not so much just working on yourself as if you're some broken project, but just continually improving who you are and really stepping into the best version of yourself, and embodying your higher self. And then the High Priestess again is talking about, tuning into your intuition. And I think there's really something powerful that happens when we close our eyes, because our eyes are they determine so much when it comes to what we believe, what we think, how we feel, based on what we see outside of us. And when we close our eyes, it's an inward journey of what we really feel, what's really feeling, without looking at outside influences and feeling outside influences. Going within, we will find the answers, and we will be able to sleep again at night. We won't feel so stressed about nothing's happening, because things are happening, and your higher self knows that. Your intuition will feel that, but you have to tune into that. And trust that what you're feeling. I feel like that's been a huge message for a lot of Divine Feminines, is trust what you're feeling. Okay, give me a card for this High Priestess just to tell me a little bit more about it. Okay, this one right here. It's the Eight of Swords. So again, I feel like this is just, and we have the Empress at the bottom. So, how can you embody that Empress energy even more, which she's all the queens together. She's passionate, grounded, in her heart, just living her life and loving her life. Even if it's not everything that she could possibly imagine right now, it may not be the most ideal, but can you still love the life that it is and accept it for what it is, and bring that unconditional love into your daily life? So the High Priestess with the Eight of Swords is, again, speaking to your thoughts are what's keeping you from feeling free in this connection. It is binding you. And I feel like with this blindfold, it's saying, it's interesting, she's got her eyes closed, but with this blindfold, it's like, don't let what you see put you in this place with your eyes. It's like, just close your eyes and go within and get the answers that you seek. Okay, so now I'm going to get some connecting energies, really beautiful energies for the Divine Masculine, both the Divine Masculine and Feminine, getting the Ace of Cups, showing that mirroring and that bond that is shared between the two of you in the heart, and you're both opening up to that on a deeper level. And it's impossible not to see shifts in your physical world when that occurs. So look for ways that will occur. And let's get 3 cards for the connecting energy. Although I feel like that Ace of Cups is like everything that we need to know. But let's see what else there is. Is there any other messages regarding the connecting energy between the two? Temperance, balance. Judgment, and the 4 of Cups. And I do want to get a clarifier on... My table is so small. Ace of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. So for the overall energy of the connection, we have the Ace of Swords. And again, this woman's eyes are closed, so I feel like both parties are going within and really understanding this connection and figuring it out. They're both figuring it out. We got the Ace of Swords on the Divine Masculine side, so we've got 3 aces on the table. which is about new beginnings, clarity, truth, and understanding something that we didn't understand before. So I feel like for both parties, we're both understanding things that on a deeper level that we didn't understand before. And I feel like for the Divine Masculine, it's understanding the sacredness and the divinity of this connection. It is not just another connection. And then Temperance, again, like I said, is all about bringing balance. So there is this like balance that's coming together between the two. It's a really nice card to see in the connection energies, especially with Judgment. It is two people awakening to this connection, two people being called to their higher timelines. That's what this card reminds me of on the Judgment. Like she's allowing herself to be led into the higher timelines, and right now it's kind of an energetic thing that's occurring, but this energy is going to get grounded into the physical. It is being grounded into the physical, this energy of balance. And then we have the Four of Cups. It's an interesting card to have with the Temperance and the Judgment, so I'm going to get a clarifier for that. I feel like the Temperance and Judgment speak for themselves pretty clearly. Tell me more about this Four of Cups. I'm feeling like this is kind of both parties may be feeling hopeless in regards to this connection. There's a lot happening in this card. I feel like, there's this, I'm being drawn to this change in color from kind of more of a drab. I mean, it's not really, but it seems more like kind of earthy colors to this more deep reds and purples and vibrant colors. And I feel like that's the energy that's coming in, and it's almost like I'm getting this message that both parties are kind of not even noticing. They can't see this. They can't see this. And they're just kind of like, nothing's happening. Nothing's coming forward, but here's this cup of love coming in, but she's touching it. So if she goes within, like I said, with this, with your eyes closed and going within, you'll feel this cup of love working its way into your heart. And this energy is coming in, whether you feel it or not, whether you feel hopeless or not. This energy is moving in, and I feel like it's just, going to take over this card. And we have, with that card, we have this Six of Wands, which is all about victory. So I feel like these two cards together, it's like, even though you may be feeling bored and hopeless at this time, the Six of Wands is letting you know, like, there's going to be victory over this. This energy of the Ace of Cups, this cup of love, love in general, love always wins, I'm hearing, and just let it do its thing. And it's doing its thing, whether you know it or not, whether you feel it or not, but on some level you can feel it. If you get quiet and still and really tune in, you'll feel this love inside of you. It's in the connection. It is the connection between you and this other person. So it's doing what it does, and it conquers all, and it always wins. And I feel like this Six of Wands card is signifying just that unconditional love. It always wins. So be bored, feel hopeless if you want to, but you can also tune into that love and get excited for what's coming for you. All right, so that's the reading. I'm going to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle because I just love this deck so much. This is a final message Tick tock. Number 30. Tick tock. I'm hearing the time is now. The time is now, guys. You've got your window. See where love is everywhere. It is. You are surrounded by it. Always. Always. Inside, outside is always there. And now is the time for those connections to begin coming into fruition here. I feel like this balloon is dropping the clock, not like so it's like the clock is being grounded. It's being handed to you now. So now's the time. Now's the time. So take that how it resonates, and I will see you soon.